Previously on They See Me Rollin'. And out from the cavity now formed where her chest was, you see a head that appears like a vulture.
I jump right on him and bite his body. Not only bite it, but completely swallow it into my body.
Faerun, you do not disappoint.
And then he tosses each of you a tiny glowing bauble.
This is the first of my gifts to you.
There is now a ton of commotion in this room.
I fly up and land on a chandelier.
The guards are saying, "Up there, up there!" And the other guards are looking up towards the chandelier. The other one said, where did that elf go? And where did that Aetherborn go? Alright, so when we left off, you guys... Well, Skumk was hanging off of a chandelier.
I remember that.
Coen misty-stepped behind the throne. You blinked out of existence.
That's right.
Jelly, so...
Just chilling in the astroplane.
You've got this whole room in chaos. Everyone's kind of pointing up at Skumk, who's now this giant owl around a giant chandelier. The others who aren't pointing around are looking for the other twos.
I'm cool up here. I could just live here in the chandelier.
How many people are at this party? Like, is there a whole heap of just sort of regular civilians hanging out?
It's not really a party. It's just a regular day in the courtroom where, people go to, in this case, it would be whoever's there instead of the king. In Westeros, it'd be the king's hand, and I think any other version, it's like the steward or whatever.
A regent.
The steward? Well,
right, some kind
the
of
royal
regent.
vizier.
And they get their requests, they get judgments.
Tongue.
That's what everyone's theirs for. So it's a mixture of guards, noble people, and, well, there's really no royalty at this point. But that's what you've got in this mass of people. But actively searching for you is the soldiers, and I would say in this particular case there are 10 soldiers. It looks to be about 30 nobles.
And what's it look like in like the other dimension that Jelly has blinked into?
It really just kind of looks like an empty version of this castle.
Okay, I bamf for the door. Like, run to the door and just go through.
On the other side of the door, you see a stairwell that goes up or down.
Later, nerds.
I got something, and I think it's going to be kind of funny, so I'll give it a go.
Okay.
I, from behind the throne, summon my old buddy, the battlefield, to land right in the middle of the Garfield in battle armor, the battlefield. To land right in the middle of all the humans, all the elves. All the elves who are sort of frolicking around, and I want to try he's just gonna start playing with them like they're little mice. All the sort of civilians, and try and create a massive riot amongst them.
Sure. Yeah, you see this giant Garfield with the Battle Cat's armor, and it starts jumping around people, batting them around like they're little mice, and then growling every so often,
"I want lasagna. I hate Mondays."
He's like, "Odie, where are you?"
Lasagna.
I hate that dog. He picks an elf up and shakes it around and throws it at the guards.
He kicks a little child noble and calls it Nermal.
I do not like the day of the moon.
The nobles are terrified and running around and getting batted and swatted. The soldiers are going and trying to attack it as it hops and leaps around.
Can Battlefield die?
yes and no.
Yeah, it just sends him back. He sends him back to wherever he came from.
Like a Pokemon.
Like a
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just suck him back up in your ball, and
So it's possible
fine.
that when he dies, he really does die, but there's a dimension that's an infinite amount of people just like him.
their only purpose is to pop out and die.
I think it's a prestige thing. Every time he appears, he has to be killed so that.
You know what my fan theory is? My fan theory is that it is made of the same stuff that Coen is made of.
Ether.
Oh,
Or
interesting.
I'm sorry, Coen's body.
Okay, there are two options with this. Then they're both equally horrifying to
It's
me.
a flesh cat.
Coen has to chop off a bit of himself and throw it out, and that grows and becomes the battlefield. Or suddenly, all of Coen's dead skin cells fly off of him, so it's just loose skin, and that comes together and forms the battlefield.
Those both sound great to me.
It would be closer to like he tossed a few of his closest friends before he became an Aetherborn.
Does this follow the law of equivalent exchange? Like, do you have to give up a battlefield in order to get one?
Well, no, you just have to destroy something of equal mass to the battlefield.
That makes sense.
In this riot sort of thing, I'm gonna slip through the door and sort of leave it open, peeking through to try and see what Skumk does.
I
All right.
I appear back in the physical plane on the other side of the door, and like go boo.
And what's that smell?
Listen, it's not me. The interdimensional smoke smells bad.
Yeah, I'm going to go straight for the door, but as I go, I'm going to cast Entangle near the door.
Okay.
So anybody within 20 feet of it will be entangled, and also that 20 feet is difficult terrain.
They rolled a 9, so anyone who goes after you will definitely be entangled. So you will have no one from this room chasing you.
All right.
So very good job. All right. So you guys are now all three on the other side of the door. You can go up or you can go down.
I go down if he said that's
Yeah.
where my presents are, and I
Yeah,
want my fucking presents.
Let's head downstairs, guys.
So you're saying you go down for your presents.
I do go down for my presents. Like,
Oh, Jelly, your presence is presence enough.
oh, thanks. You won't be getting any of my presents though, even with all that sweet talk.
We're all following Jelly.
Yeah, we're all going
Yep, I'll
down
come with you.
On
with each other.
Cool.
Yep.
You head down, and there's a short hallway leading toward a large door with a sign above it that says "Large Storage," and a smaller sign
Large Marge.
next to the door that says "Outside Access."
I say we check out the storage room.
I like large storage.
I do.
So there's two doors with signs. Large storage and outside access.
No, it's one door with two signs. One sign above the door that says "Large Storage," and then a smaller sign next to the door that says "Outside Access."
Oh, nice.
I go through the top half of the door because I want
That's
to go
not
to the
how
storage.
this door works, I don't think. What he's saying is that I believe this door opens up into a room, and that room has a door inside of it that will allow us to go outside.
I want to know how they store the whole outside inside the room.
God damn it.
It's very large storage.
Jelly
storage.
I'm gonna die here. This is how I die. I'm never gonna see anyone back in Faerun again.
right.
I'm going to die here.
Open the door.
All right, you rush through the door, or maybe you meander or saunter, whatever you choose, but eventually you get through the door.
I strut.
You open the door and enter a vast space filled with a number of large machines, like the ones you saw when you first entered the city. You then sense intense warmth coming from your baubles. Now tell me, where did you store your baubles?
Listen, I'm not. I don't know you well enough to answer that question, Stan. Let's just say they'll have a very hard time finding it.
I can sort of lodge things in my feathers in a way that's very
that is not
uncomfortable
where I
and
thought
very
that was
secure.
going, Ivan.
All right, so your baubles are warming up, and you can feel them kind of vibrating more and more.
This
What
is-
do you do?
This is not. I just enjoy it.
I
Stan.
pull mine out and look at it.
Tell me a color.
Magenta.
All right, yours glows a bright magenta, and it flies out of your hand, and it lands inside a large, flat, rectangular vehicle that appears to have no roof.
Oh shit!
It's magenta with chrome accents and rims. The body is armored and very wide. The interior is adorned with white leather bench seats and a mother-of-pearl steering wheel.
Oh fucking
Holy
shit!
shit.
This fucking
right.
pitmobile that Coen's got now.
What do
Fuck
the other
yeah.
two? What do you other two do with your baubles?
You two turn around. I need to extract this.
Hang on. Have you finished yet?
Wait. Let me just enjoy it for a few more seconds. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm done.
All right,
All right, I take my
Jelly. What? Name a color.
seafoam green.
Your bauble leaps out of your hand and sparkles in an arc and lands on a seafoam green motorcycle.
Yes.
This is a beast of a motorcycle. This is not a small ninja-style crotch rocket. No, this is a muscular chopper with high and wide handlebars. The front has horns made to look like a minotaur.
Oh
Yes.
fuck yeah!
Skumk.
I'm gonna put a bunch of fucking rearview mirrors on this thing like a mod.
I'll take that bubble and cause some trouble.
What color is that trouble bubble?
It's puce. I'm not sure what color that is, but it sounds like a
very
good color
skunky.
to me.
Puce. Now I'm gonna have to look it up.
I'm googling it.
I know what
Puce.
color that
puce
is.
Okay.
It's a dark brownish red.
Yeah. All right.
It's the color of dirt.
It looks like dried
It's
blood.
like bad burgundy.
Bad burgundy.
And there,
Yeah,
when I
it's-
googled it, there's a lot of pictures of fleas.
It's
for
the
some
color of
reason.
dirt.
All right. So, yeah, it is kind of the color of dirt.
It's the color of purple dirt.
So, Skunk, your bauble shoots a small but powerful burst of fire and heads straight for a puce car. It has a single seat in an open cockpit. There's a large engine in the back with huge spoilers in the front and back, the front spoiler being low to the ground. The one in the rear is behind the engine and just a bit higher. Think Formula One.
Hot damn.
I dive headfirst into it.
All right. As soon as you get in your car, simultaneously the engines roar to life. And each of you notices that your vehicle has a big red button. Coen, your big red button just says beats. Jelly, your big red button reads screen. And Skunk, your big red button says shoot the moon.
So together, all of our buttons make a Danny Brown album.
Did you say beets like the vegetable?
Beats, like Beats by Dre.
I was thinking BEETS, as in
Like,
Yes. You hit it, and you get fed a blood red beat.
yes.
Initially, this was going to start off with 4 people chasing after you. However, because of the entangle, that reduces it to 2. So as you're in your cars, you see 2 cop cars light up behind you, and you hear them shout, "Get 'em!" And the chase begins.
what do the cop cars look like?
They kind of look like smaller versions of Coen's car, but they're not convertibles or open. They have red and blue lights that flash.
Where were they?
Mm-hmm.
We're in a room, a big room.
Yeah?
Is that right?
Yeah.
And they were just
Yeah.
they were just sitting there.
They were in another area where they could see you, and they ran into this room as soon as you hopped into your vehicles.
And they hopped into their vehicles.
And then they hopped into their
Okay.
vehicles.
I was so confused. I was thinking that they were just sitting there looking at us.
A chase is about to begin. Now, we're going to go over some quick rules for this chase. You have 4 things that you can do at the beginning of your turn. You can either do a physical attack, where if you do a successful attack, you will knock a cop car out. You can do a spell attack, which is based completely on your normal spell rules. You can choose to speed ahead, and speed ahead allows you to basically take the next route. So this whole thing is spread out, set up in like you're going down a road and there's going to be options to turn or not. Or you can press the red button, but the red button has one-time use. After you make that action, if you have an option to turn, you can go ahead and turn or go straight, whichever you prefer. Ahead of you is the garage door. The garage door is open. Go ahead and roll for initiative. All right, so it'll be Skumk, Jelly, then Coen. Skumk, your choice is to do a physical attack, a spell attack, to speed ahead, or to press the red button. Which do you choose?
So we're driving already.
Yeah, you can assume that this is your first go. You are punching it. Go ahead and describe your first, experience as you.
I am sitting. I did say that I dived into the car head first. So I am sitting with my head down at the bottom and my legs sticking out the top, and I press the gas pedal with my hands.
Okay.
And I use my wings, and then I flip over so that I'm in a normal driving position. Then I yell, "All guards are bastards!" and use heat
Fuck
metal
the police.
on. I use heat metal on the steering wheel of one of their cars.
What it does, since the steering wheel itself is not made of steel, it causes the padding around it to first melt.
Oh, that's happened to me before. If the car's really hot, it'll start to get like pliable.
Oh yeah, especially if it's that gross plasticky steering wheel covering, right? And it just gets real sweaty and then it just melts.
And like you can leave fingerprints in it.
It's the grossest shit ever. It's almost as bad as like padded toilet seats.
That's the worst thing in the
that's a bad
world.
invention.
All
Don't
right.
do it, people.
You heat up this steering wheel where it's just they can't even drive this thing anymore. This car is out of commission. Your option is to go straight ahead at this point, so you burst out of the garage full speed.
Yeah.
Jelly, what do you do?
I grip the handlebars of this thing, and my eyes flash with a brilliant light, and all my muscles tense up, and I'm like, oh, and then I'm back to normal. It's like something has been awakened in me, and I magically know how to ride a motorcycle. Despite the fact I, before 2 seconds ago, didn't know that these things existed.
I know kung fu.
It's just some deep knowledge within me. I've awakened it, and so I rev up this thing.
in your genes.
Really is. It's like, wow, I don't feel like I'm overcompensating for anything with this giant hog I'm riding on. Yeah, so I see Skumk take out one of those things. So I think I'm pretty good. So I'm gonna speed ahead.
Okay, so you speed ahead. Now, that puts you ahead of Skumk. Your option is you get to do a right turn or go straight.
Well, I was never one to go straight, Stanford, so I will go right.
You always were one to go far right.
You take a right, and as soon as you do, 2 more cop cars show up, pull up right behind you.
Cool. I momentarily take both of my hands off the handlebars and just chuck double deuces at them behind me.
Coen, your turn.
All right. I scream at the top of my lungs, "Bast! How do I drive this fucking thing?" And
a bolt of lightning comes down and strikes you on the forehead, and
I press the red button.
oh, yes! I thought I was going to be the first one to crack. I really did, but nope.
No, I got
I
there
really
first.
wasn't expecting this.
All right, so you press the
I
red
was like,
button.
I'm thinking like that must be how you drive this thing. So I press the red button.
You press the red button. The back seat ends up. The backs of the parts that people would sit on, they fold
Yes,
down.
people normally call
and
them seat
out from the
stand.
back comes these 2 massive speakers,
Shit.
and a deep bass rhythm starts emitting from your vehicle.
It's Gangnam
And-
style.
Suddenly, all the cops, including the 2 who were chasing Jelly, start to focus on you.
All right. And I suppose the car.
So you've got 2 cops coming at from you from the front, and you've got the cop from behind. Now you're their main target.
Does the car move at all? How do I make it move?
No, not when you press that button.
All right. So I'm
It's just playing some.
I'm just sit.
Wait, he's just sitting in the garage.
Yeah.
We'll come back for you, maybe.
How far away is?
But you hear from the wind. You hear.
Press the gas pedal on the right.
How far away? How far away is Skumk?
I think we're gone by this
Skunk?
point.
Like considering a round all happens at the same time.
I'm pretty close.
Yeah, Skumk is closer than Jelly. Jelly's gone off.
I want to.
And you saw the 2
pure
the 2 cops go after her.
Okay.
But as soon as you press the button,
I want to Misty step over to Skump's car.
huh?
Hey, I'm pure chaotic neutral, baby.
You're gonna leave your car behind?
Yeah.
What the? You realize his car isn't a 2-seater. I love this.
Where are you gonna sit in Skum's
No.
car? Because his is a
Stand.
I want to
one-seater.
sit on the
Stand,
back.
stand.
I want to sit above, like.
You're gonna just straddle this thing
I
like
wanna
the
s- you
You
rocket
get to
in.
keep this thing, but you're gonna throw it away.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Stan,
A spoiler is kind of like just a seat.
he's going to.
You Misty Step, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
15.
You fail and you fall off.
Luck.
I
I roll a luck point. Ah.
Okay.
Alright.
You
Pissed.
fail and you fall off with a 14. And you lost a luck roll. You will take 1d8 damage. So take 2 damage.
Wow.
And
Ladies,
you are now 30 feet away from your vehicle on your feet.
I'll slow
And
down.
the other 2
for
are
him.
way ahead of you. Next up is the cops. The 2 that are chasing after
Jelly.
turn around and head towards Coen. And so they're not going to be able to reach, or they're going to just reach Coen at the end of this turn.
Well, technically, they're heading towards my car. They're heading towards my car, aren't they? That's why I left it. That's why I left it, because they're going for my.
The one who's behind you is going to you because he can see that you just landed on the street. And he is going to hit you with his car. 7, he does miss. So he rushes at you, but you manage to dodge out of the way.
Nice.
And you hear him do a little screech as he throws his brake and does a 180. And you've got 3 cars now facing at you. Skumk, it's your turn.
I'm gonna turn around and try and pick up Coen. Is there any? If I go back the way that we came, is there any other places to turn?
You can take the right turn area and try to do a U-turn, which would work for your vehicle since it doesn't have a really good turn radius. But your U-turn gets you to the point where you're behind the cop cars, and you have the cop cars between you and Coen. So I'll go ahead and allow you to do the U-turn first and then do the action.
This is a difficult situation. How far away are the cop cars from each other?
We're not talking about a really wide stretch of road, so I'd say they're about within 10 feet of each other.
Is it possible to entangle them?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Can I entangle a whole car?
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll turn around to face Coen and entangle the cars.
All right, I rolled a 9. You successfully have entangled these vehicles. This patch of road is now difficult terrain. The cars are now being squished by the vines that you threw up.
Is it possible for me to drive past those?
You could drive around them, but driving around them would count driving through difficult terrain. So getting to Coen would be your one turn.
All right.
All right. So you drive to Coen.
From here, do I have to turn around again, or are there any other ways to go besides just back into the garage?
No, back into the garage is your only route at this point.
Okay.
You can turn around. You can do a U-turn once you pick them up.
All right.
Next up is Jelly.
Meanwhile, Jelly's just cruising down the highway.
I'm cruising. I'm no one to be choosing. I sure hope I'm not losing when yeah, I'm just kind of by myself at this point, aren't I?
Going on a spiritual journey.
Really? Yeah, I mean, this is... I think this is where the Jelly Alone episode starts, Stan. I'm just cruising.
Becoming one.
Yep, I'm just...
Becoming one with the road.
I'm just cruising down the wasteland on my motorcycle by myself after I abandoned my party.
Trailers for sale or rent.
I mean, I'm living that chaotic neutral life. Stan, I can't. I rounded a corner, so I can't, or took a turn, so I can't see them right now, and I don't have any cop cars around me right now, do I?
No, you do notice that the cop cars turn back around and no longer focus on you. You are perfectly free to do whatever you want on this turn. Go ahead, roll a d20. By the way,
I'm going to assume that everything is fine.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
18. You're good to go. There's nothing to attack, so your option is to speed and just move forward twice, essentially.
If I cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 bonus action, can I still move?
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Spell rules apply.
Okay, then cool. I'm going to cast Expendious Retreat.
All right, cool. So what that'll allow you to do is take 3 turns. Now, when I say 3 turns, I mean in terms of forward motion.
Yeah,
so,
in turns, it's all about maximizing my my movement, my mobility.
Right.
Which is why I took it, because I knew at some point I'm so squishy that I would have to have this to run away.
All right, so these are your options since you took the right turn. All right, you go straight away first. Then you have an option to turn left or right. You see, if you turn to your right, you will head toward the castle. Heading to left will turn you away from the castle.
Which way will take me to like the wall?
Neither one leads towards the wall. The wall would be behind you.
Okay, and more. I mean, like the perimeter of the city is what I mean when I say.
That's
wall.
what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. Then
Then
I'll just say away from the castle.
So you go straight, then you take a left, and then you go straight away. So that's where you're at right here. Now, you are northwest of everyone else and pretty good distance away from both of them. Coen, your turn.
Okay. So Skumk is with me now. Yeah?
Well, if you really think about it, Jody, he's always been with you
always
here.
All right. I mean, I guess I just
Placing my hand
just
on
jump
your
on
heart.
the back of Skump's little Formula One thing and you say, "All right, giddy up. Thanks for coming back for me."
Okay.
I shrug.
The cops are getting squished, so I'll let them do a strength saving throw to see if they can get out.
Car strength.
Car strength.
Looks like they break out. They managed to
no.
burst through with a 24 roll, and they are back in action. That's their turn. Next up is Skumk.
Can I turn around and go back past them?
They're now in your way. So what are you going to do?
Are they in their cars?
They're in their
still?
cars, yeah.
Interesting. They're totally blocking me.
Yep.
Can we jump over them?
I could do Thunderwave and blow up my own car and Coen.
Wouldn't Thunderwave be around your car because it counts as your person?
I guess so. If that's the case.
Yeah, that would be the case.
I'll go for that, and so it wouldn't hit Coen either.
No, since he's on your car.
I'll go for them, and when I'm about to ram one of them, I'm going to cast Thunderwave. It sounds like a loud hooting sound.
So since you're going to hit the gas first before you cast Thunderwave, Coen, I need you to roll a dexterity saving.
21.
Wait, well, so I'm not accelerating as I don't need to go really far. I'm just going towards the enemy cars.
Okay.
Like I'm not putting my pedal to the metal, so to speak. So would that make the
That would mitigate it. So I will allow, in that case,
difficulty
Coen to stay on with the 21.
Okay. And then does that spell work?
They fail, so it doesn't really matter what you roll in terms of damage because it counts as a successful attack. Your thunder wave emits from the perimeter of your vehicle and just knocks all these, flips all these cars up into the air to where the ones on the sides flip over upside down into the grass. The one that was directly in front of you flies up in the air, flips over, and lands upside down in the road in front of you. But, where you can get
These
around
are very light cars.
That's a good thunder wave, man.
Coen shouts, "Woohoo!" as we blast past
so
them.
I'm gonna keep accelerating at a relatively slow pace so that Coen can stay on.
He will consistently need to do the saving throw, but I will make it lower for him to be able to stay on.
You need to catch up with me and put him on my motorcycle.
Can he climb halfway into the seat with me? Just sit up with his legs next to my arms?
No. If you ever look at a Formula One, there's no place for someone to really sit there. Right behind you is an engine that's burning hot.
Oh, okay.
And right behind the engine is the
that's a problem.
thing that he's sitting on, which has no backing.
He could stand with his arms, he could stand on the bumper, and then with his arms up, he could be holding onto the spoiler, stretched out.
He said he was seated on the spoiler, so that's where he's at right now.
I'm just gonna keep on driving, man.
Am I still alone?
Yeah. There's no way anyone could catch up with you at this point.
Could I cast fly on my motorcycle?
Yeah.
I
It won't go as fast, but yeah.
Absolutely do that. I lay a hand on the gas tank and I concentrate, and suddenly I fly in the air on my motorcycle.
Nice.
Can I see them
All right.
now that I'm up in the air?
Just for
Just
fun?
for funsies.
How high can you fly?
I can travel I can travel at a speed of 60 feet, and I can travel
60
up
feet
60
up?
feet.
From the distance that you're at, it's possible that you could see them. They'd be pretty distant, though.
I adjust my rear view mirror, and I catch sight of them, and I just shake my head.
Since you're flying, you cannot take that extra move because your vehicle's not touching the ground. You're completely just flying at that point.
Can I turn around and meet them?
You're flying. You can go straight towards them at this point.
Okay, here's what I want to do then. I do the hockey stop in midair and turn around like it's fucking Akira. Vroom, and I zoom towards them, and I want to fly, and I want to descend and fly low so that I'm hovering right above them, and I want to lean to the side and hold out my hand for Coen.
Okay, but it's going to take you a few turns before you can get to that point.
I'm fine, but that's going to be my plan from now on.
Next up is Coen, but he's kind of just on the car.
I cast Bless, which gives me an extra bonus to my saving throw.
So there's no vehicles at this point. Going back to Skumk. Since there's no one chasing after you right now, you basically can do what you want. You can do a spell of some sort, or you can speed ahead.
Does he see Jelly?
You could probably see Jelly just kind of in the sky. She's not high in the sky. She's only 60 feet up in the sky. But
You see the most metal thing ever.
Hell yeah.
Motorcycle flying in the air with a minotaur riding it.
I wave at Jelly.
Jelly,
in the sky,
Jelly in the
and
sky with diamonds.
Jelly's in the sky.
I'm not gonna speed ahead, but I'm just gonna keep moving because I don't want to make Coen fall off.
So you just go down the straightaway, no turns. 2 cop cars pull out.
Nice.
Jelly, it is your turn.
So am I getting closer to Jelly?
You got a little bit closer to Jelly, and she can fly towards you, and it would just be her turn.
I mean, that's
She won't get to you, but she'll be flying toward you.
that's what I do. So
You slowly fly towards them on your motorcycle. Coen, you are on the back of Skunk's vehicle. What do you do?
How close are these cop cars?
Within 40 feet.
40 feet. There's nothing I can do from 40 feet, so I just wave to them. I give them 2 thumbs up and then go, oh no, I gotta hold on.
They will attack your car.
how are they attacking the car?
They speed up and swipe. They, ramming. So, Skumk, what's your AC?
14?
14. Both of them hit your car. I actually have HP for your vehicles.
Oh.
But not an armor class?
No, not an armor class. The armor class is completely based off of yourselves, since that's why your car was so heavily armored, Coen. Your car's HP is 125, Skunk.
And that's why my car can run at 100 miles an hour, because Skunk can do that. He's just never mentioned it.
I mean, the speeds are essentially the same, but they're all very speedy vehicles, so they do 4 damage to your vehicle. Not much. But since they hit it twice, Coen, I need you to roll Constitution saving throw. Twice.
All right, 23 and 27.
Okay. Both times you stay on. Next up is Skunk.
If I cast Bark Skin, would that increase my car's AC?
If it would increase your AC, it would increase your car's AC.
All right, I'll do that. It goes up to 16, and I keep driving forward.
Your car is now covered in this mixture of crystal and wood, just like the trees are.
It gives it some texture.
Yeah, it gives it some texture.
It makes it easier to hold on to with your little fingies.
Yeah, nice.
Wouldn't say it's much easier
In
to
my
hold on
opinion.
to. I mean, because it doesn't really give you a hand.
Yeah, it
stuff.
grows some like branches. It grows.
It's
some
a lot better than like
branches off it.
smooth metal.
Yeah, it's better than smooth metal. All right, your option is to turn right or go straight.
I will turn right.
All right, you turn right. That'll add 2 more cop cars onto you.
Nice.
You are a little bit closer to Jelly at this point. Next up is Jelly.
I'm just gonna keep on the way that I'm going.
Or towards where they are now, or towards where you expect them to be.
Then I will go where I expect them to be.
You take a diagonal left, heading towards the corner where they're going to reach to take the left or right turn. There are 2 new cars behind them with a total of 4 cop cars. Coen.
Okay, now I hold the action so that when they come close enough to hit us, I'm going to hit the first car and try and blast it back into the second car. And I can do that with a melee attack, so I'm just going to kick the car and turn it into a thunderous smite.
All right, go ahead and do that.
Is a 13 a hit?
No.
All right, another attack. 16 a hit.
16 hits.
I turn it into a thunderous smite so that my foot, which I'm kicking with, becomes a great big ball of lightning. And they have to roll a saving throw, a strength save, or be blasted.
They rolled a 9, so they failed.
Yeah. So
All
9
right.
damage.
There are 4 cars, 2 really close up to you
Yeah.
and 2 right behind it. So you kick one of the cars, it flips up and smashes right into the car right behind it,
Nice.
leaving only the 2 cars on the left. Now it's their turn. One tries to swipe at you, but Skumk manages to avoid it by swerving left a bit. The other one does hit. It's going to be a 1d8, doing 1 damage. So it just kind of nicks you a bit. And Coen, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
28.
You stayed on the car. Next up is Skumk.
It's me. How close is Jelly?
If you keep going just one more turn, you will be able to meet her at the corner that's coming up. You're driving up to a left and right turn.
So when we meet up with Jelly, Coen is gonna try and get on the motorcycle. I'm just gonna drive all day long.
Okay, so you choose only to drive one more. You don't want to drive two more because then you'd pass Jelly.
Yeah.
And you don't want to attack either of the cars. And you don't have to cast a spell. All you have to do is just attack them.
Nope, I'm happy.
You move forward and you reach the left or right junction. Jelly, your turn.
Okay, Stan, how far away am I from those cop cars right now?
At this point, if you fly towards them, that will be your full action, is just meeting them. So you won't be able to cast a spell. This will just get you to them.
I want to land in the street so as that staying where I am, the cop cars will be heading in my direction.
You're going to be right behind Skumk.
I'm going to be behind him, so between the cop cars and Skumk.
Okay, that's where you land. Coen, it's your turn, and Jelly is a mere 10 feet behind you.
Can I dive off and run over to Jelly?
If you want,
Yeah, I do that.
you hop off, you run over to Jelly, and you climb aboard her motorcycle. And that doesn't take your full action. That's only, if we want to be ridiculous, we can say that's 20 feet of movement.
I ready an action, so if a car comes near me, I'm going to attack it.
As it goes up to attack, go ahead, roll your attack roll.
Oh, that's not good. All right. And my second attack, critical 1. I use a luck point. I'm not going to get a natural 1.
Okay.
I'm using a luck point. So that's natural 20. Yeah. So I smash it with the nat 20 and channel Thunderous Smite into my foot again. Plus he has to make a strength save or be blasted away.
You kind of swiped, and since one was at one point was pulling up from behind the other one to catch up, what you did was you swiped from left to right, and you knocked the one into the left right into the one on the right, and they just fly off the right side of the road. Well, you're right.
And I say, Jelly, book it.
Yep, I crank the throttle 2 times, and I turn around and race forward and try and catch up with Skumk.
I squeal a little bit and hide, like, sort of try really hug Jelly really close and try and hide under her arms.
Hold on to my thick minotaur muscles.
Yeah, I do. I grab those muscles and I hold on for dear life. Cohen's freaked out by going fast on moving vehicles. It just totally throws him.
Man wasn't meant to go this fast.
That's why he ditched his car.
All right, next up is Skumk. You are now alone in your car. You have an option of going left or right. Right goes towards the castle.
I'm going to go left away from the castle and floor it.
So you just go left and through a straightaway. Next up is Jelly.
Yep, I'm gonna go left too, because I do not want to go towards that castle.
You follow right next to Skumk. Skumk, your turn. There's no cars behind you, so I assume you're going to dash.
Yep.
You take a hard left in your car, and you keep going straight down the next road, along with, I assume, Jelly. Are you going to do the same?
Yep.
Skumk, you hit an option to go left or straight.
I will just go forward. I shout back at Jelly and Coen, "Where are we going again?"
That's a very good question. I don't really know.
Away from here. What's the kind of atmospherics of the streets? Are they like busy with other cars?
Can we smash into a fruit stand or something?
Yeah, I want to go through a fruit stand at least.
You're not in that area of the city yet.
I head towards that area of the city. I am in a car. I'm going to smash into a fruit stand.
Yeah, you're kind of northwest of everything at this point, so there's not much there. You're close to the lake. Actually, you drove away a little bit from the lake.
Pretty.
It's more of a picnicking area, countryside area.
Cohen's pointing to all the sights that we see, like, oh, look at that
I just
lake."
imagine
So
that
cool.
Coen is like a dad on vacation and is just pointing out all the shit as we're
It's
passing
like-
by. Ooh, the world's largest ball of yarn.
Every time we see cows, he yells out, "Cows!"
cow.
Damn it, he's 5 cows ahead of me. I need to catch up.
Cohen's like, that would make a perfect place for a picnic if only we had time to stop.
He starts playing the alphabet game anytime he sees a...
Starts playing I Spy.
I spy something that is an imminent threat to us.
You go straight through. Then you get 2 cop cars now following behind you. Jelly, it's your turn.
They're good at coordinating.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go straight.
All right. You're not going to do anything with the cars?
How far away from the cars am I?
Within 20 feet behind you.
Perfect! I've been waiting to do this. I spend some sorcery points, and I use Twinned Spell, and I cast Reduce on both of the cars.
Okay.
Now we're definitely playing Mario. We're playing Mario Kart now. Absolutely.
All right. So it didn't work.
Well, fuck that.
Oh no.
I rolled a 21. My first actual pass of the night. So
Well, it's two different cars, so you're rolling for all of them as a group?
let's see here. Yeah, good point. Let me go ahead and roll the other one. 18. So, yeah. Both of them succeed.
Dang. I pat Jelly on the back and say, that would have been hilarious, man. I would have loved
I
it.
know, it would have been killer, but damn it.
Damn it. All right. I saved my action until the cars.
I hope you don't think a little of me after this.
I saved my action. I saved my action until the car comes within reach, and then I smash it on the bumper bar.
Since you're ready in action, let's go ahead and do that. Boom. 18. Well, actually, it strikes, and what do you do?
I smash it with another thunderous smite.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh no, hang on. Second attack. Oh, luck point. Last luck point. 24.
Again, you just knock this one so it spins out. And in the spinning, it kind of fishtails and smashes the other cop car with its back end, knocking them both into each other on the side of the road. Not the side, but in the middle of the road behind you. And taking them both out of commission. All right, Skumk. So you go down through a straightaway, and two more cop cars and a helicopter show up.
Ooh.
What is the strange flying machine?
What does the helicopter look like?
It has like these two engines on the side that have these like turbines that glow blue.
The listeners don't know this, but like a full half of the group chat is Stan coming up with different ideas for helicopters and running them past us.
Look, I like helicopters.
Hey.
I think they're magic.
I cannot tell you how little I care about helicopters.
Well, you care about these. All right, so this helicopter.
These ones will attack you whether you care about them or not.
Yeah,
I refuse
imagine
to acknowledge their existence.
their rotary blades kind of look like giant lightsabers. All right, so you got a helicopter and two cars. The helicopter, we'll say, is 80 feet high.
Jelly, do you want to deal with the helicopter or should I?
I could probably get it.
Could also probably get it. I could have like eagles attack it or something.
These poor eagles.
So if you don't have any better ideas than that, then I'll go for it.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I will cast that good old standard conjure animals. I'm going to summon 4 giant wasps, which start buzzing around. So these are medium creatures. So these are wasps the size of a person, and they're buzzing in front of the windshield and trying to put their stingers through the outside of the helicopter.
And they're, at the very least, blocking their view.
Yes. Should I also roll for attacks?
Yeah,
21.
one gets a particularly lucky strike and smashes its stinger through the windshield and impales the pilot. The helicopter then goes down, and as it goes down, unfortunately, its lightsaber rotors destroy the bees.
Oh no.
Shredded bees.
Yeah, they are shredded
Insects
bees.
don't have feelings.
A single tear goes down my face at the sight of my poor sons. Well, daughters probably.
Wait, why would they be your daughters? I thought they were did you said 4 queens?
No, worker bees are all female.
Are they?
I thought you
Okay,
said
cool.
they were
Yeah,
wasps.
drones.
I thought the soldier
are,
bees.
No. There
That-
are only a few bees in every hive, a few male bees in every hive, This is hashtag BFacts, by the way. There are
Okay.
only a few
Nice.
male bees in every hive, and mostly their job is to sit around waiting for queens from other hives to go by, and then they go and mate with them. That's
Weird.
really pretty much their only job.
Okay.
In a hive of a couple thousand bees, there will probably be a couple dozen males who mostly do nothing.
So you just
like
lost
real life, am I right? Ba-doom-choo.
You just lost your 4 baby girl bees.
Yep, my daughters.
Pour some out for them.
Yeah.
For your home bees. All right.
Rolling with my home
With this
bees.
joke.
Yes.
Nope. I'm having no part of this.
Is this the rolling that they see us doing that's mentioned in the title? Is this
Absolutely.
is this moment?
Yep.
That was Skunk's attack on the helicopter. That took the helicopter down. And Skumk, you get to take another movement. Okay. No, you take a hard left. And now 2 more cop cars and a helicopter show up. So there's now 4 cop cars and 1 helicopter. But you can see the archway approaching as you drive. That takes us to Jelly. You got a helicopter and 4 cop cars.
All right. What vehicles are within a 40-foot cube of me?
The cop cars.
All of the cop cars?
All 4 of the cop cars are within 40 feet of you.
Am I?
Jelly's behind you.
I cast slow on the 4 cop cars. They need to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
They all fail with an 8.
Hell yes. So, their speed is reduced by half. They're going to take a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and they can't use reactions.
You see their wheels just start slowing down. They go way behind you. And on top of that, for whatever reason, their doors fall off.
Suck all the dicks in Faerun, douchebags!
You'll have to go to Faerun.
All that's left is the helicopter that puts us with Coen.
I use my channel divinity to abjure enemy on that helicopter driver. So basically, he has to make a wisdom save or be scared of me.
Or be scared of you. It rolled a 19, so it is not scared of you.
I shake my fist at him.
You're just too, lovable, Coen. I'm sorry.
I'm not very scary.
The pilot sees you shake its fist. It turns to his co-pilot. I'm going to say her co-pilot because I keep defaulting to males. So she turns to her co-pilot. Her co-pilot turns to her, and they just kind of shrug.
It was Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus is her co-pilot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get with the picture, Stan.
Skumk, you've got the helicopter behind you, no cars, and you have an option of doing an action or going. Well, actually, you're really going to have 1 action left, so I'm going to ask you, do you move or do you do your action first?
Yeah, I'll move first.
You move first, and you approach the town exit. At the town exit, there is a mass of police cars within the large city archway, and high walls on either side. Behind the police are the woods of Riel. So all that's between you and essentially freedom is all these cars in front of you. And we're going to say that there are 8 cars in total.
Do you have any of those thunder waves left up your sleeve?
Yeah, I do have Thunderwave. That's a little bit closer ranged, though. Yep, I'll just wait, not do anything else.
Jelly, it's your turn.
Oh, if this works, it's going to be beautiful.
And if it doesn't,
look-
it's going to be extremely disappointing.
Very much so. I look at the pilot of the helicopter, and I'm casting Crown of Madness on the pilot.
Shit. Make him
And
make
Stan.
him fly
And Stan.
into the
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
yes.
I'm casting Crown of Madness, and I'm going to spend 3 sorcery points, and I'm gonna use Heightened Spell, so he has disadvantage on his Wisdom saving throw to resist its effect.
Okay, so you've got 2 left. 12. Failed.
Fuck yes!
Boy.
So a crown of jagged thorns appears on the pilot's forehead.
Her co-pilot, Jesus, turns and sees her and goes, that looks familiar.
He tugs at his collar.
Oh, well done, Stan. That was amazing.
So yeah, I point to one of the cops at the barricade.
All right, so it is now Coen's turn.
Oh, I just pulled some popcorn out of my pocket.
Yep, sit back and watch the show, baby.
I randomly have popcorn in my pocket just for situations like this.
We'll go ahead and have the helicopter go first. And the helicopter, not having a melee attack, just dives directly into the cars, the cop cars. The blades strike the cars first, just slicing 4 of them in half.
What?
And then landing in there, exploding, and just causing this huge field of debris and bodies.
I cast prestidigitation and a pair of sunglasses appear on my face as in the explosion is fire of the explosion is reflected in the lenses. Just
All right, so you've not quite cleared away, but I mean you've created a wall of hot metal and fire and gore in front of you. How do you plan on taking your victory drive out of here in a way that won't hurt you?
I drive straight forward and make a owl sound that explodes all the fire.
Can I hear the owl sound?
Yeah.
Do you guys hang far enough behind Skumk at this point to allow him to do that?
It's only 15
Yeah.
feet. It would be rude to drive that close to me anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know how Jelly drives. Jelly could very well be a...
A tailgater.
well, yeah, I mean,
So I've got to ask,
what I do.
Jelly, do you take your safety and that of your passengers into consideration and allow Skumk room?
I mean, I don't know, what would the chaotic neutral thing to be in this situation?
Well,
I do that.
I think a neutral person would take their own safety into consideration, even if they don't take the
Yes.
safety of their passenger.
I like them. I like Coen, so I'll take his safety into consideration too. So,
All right. So you slow down a bit. Skunk slams the gas, and as he gets close to the debris, casts Thunder Wave, which blows back the explosion and the debris, and forms a narrow but clear area in the road. And you follow right through, and you exit safely from Terry. Hi, this is Stan Ferguson.
Hey, it's Jody, the man Doyle. Oh, I don't know where I was going there. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
it's your favorite prehistoric crocodile, Hayden.
Hey, and thanks for listening to yet another episode of They See Me Rollin'. We're on a new chapter here called Ridin. All right, so real quick, we just want to make sure you check out our Facebook page. Please join our Facebook group and join us in all kinds of interesting conversation, I'm sure. I mean, we always have conversation, but whether or not it's interesting, well, it's all interesting. So you find us on Facebook on They See Me Rollin' page or group. Also, you can find us on Twitter at TSMRcast, where Hayden is extremely active and fun and interesting. And we're also part of the Ear Trumpet Network now, so please be sure to check out great shows like Love YA Like Crazy. I know you've been listening to that, Hayden. Tell us some reasons why you love that show.
Like
well.
crazy.
I'm gonna get crazy up in here with young adult literature. Yeah, it's great. You know, one thing that's really cool is that their episodes run the gamut from, really silly, crazy stuff like Amish literature for teens.
That sounds good.
Yep, to like really good, like solid book recommendations, like Dante and Aristotle discovered the secrets of the universe. So it's simultaneously sort of like a bad book podcast and like a legitimate, good book podcast at the same time. And they speak with both with the same level of enthusiasm, which I really enjoy. It's a fun time all around.
So Carrie and Jake.
Yep, Carrie and Jake, they're super fun people to listen to. And they recently actually got me to, because of listening to their show, I went and reread the Golden Compass series, which was very rewarding. I hadn't read it in a while, and because of their podcast, I decided to revisit those books. So thank you for that.
I've heard great things.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie and Jake,
Despite
we
the movie.
love ya like crazy.
I get it.
Crickets. There's crickets. I hear crickets.
And also, we have reviews. Well, we have reviews, but we would like more reviews. And like we've been doing, if you give us a review anywhere on our Facebook page, on Apple iTunes or Apple Podcasts and or iTunes, on Stitcher, literally any place that you can put in a review that people will see.
Yelp.
Oh.
TripAdvisor.
Yeah, if we're a restaurant on Yelp, please let us know.
Bean Finder.
You give us a review and give us a screenshot or let us know in some way. Hayden will write a song, and guess what? We got a review.
Yay!
So, yay! And that review is by Jonathan, and please forgive us if we mispronounce it. If we mispronounce your name.
And Jonathan came onto our Facebook group and had a good chat with us. He's a good guy. We're totally down with the Jonathan. So let's have this song. Jonathan, we love you. This one goes out to you, baby.
Some of us do other podcasts, like I do The Color of Friendship, a podcast about Disney Channel original movies. And
Very funny show. Is it still the four of you? Is it still you, Josh, Joel, and Kylie?
Yep. It's hard to schedule everybody to be there at the same time, but that's what we're going for.
Jonathan, man without a tan. Battling the ancient eldritch forces out in some place that doesn't have a lot of sun. Jonathan, you're the man who's found a way into the heart of four podcasters online.
Woo!
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you.
You're the man.
That was beautiful.
That was lovely. I hope it recorded the bit where it cut out that we didn't get to hear. You cut out for about the first 5 seconds of that song.
Oh, for real?
But it would have recorded it, so it's all good.
Thank you, everyone, for listening again. Remember, write us a review so we can get you a song.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Fly on, you beautiful nightbirds, and thanks for all the spaghetti.
Ivan, can you make up another ear trumpet stinger?
Ear trumpet. Sometimes it hurts your ears if it's too loud, but don't.
They See Me Rolling is edited by Stan Ferguson. Our music is by Ron Lubavitch. You can find him at God's Little Peep Show on the internet. And our other music is by the lovely Hayden. Thank you for listening. Bye. Oh, and Michael M. Raider is our story consultant.
I always thought of Coen as more of a Heathcliff man.
No.
I think that's
Kathy,
Skumk.
I've come home.
Skumk is the living incarnation of Heathcliff.
Skunk does have a ham
Of
helmet.
modern Heathcliff, yeah.
Skunk does have a ham helmet and a yam helmet.
And his best friend is
I
the
can
garbage
see Skumk
ape.
parachuting into the battlefield, or ballooning into a battlefield with a balloon that says "It's me," and everyone points at him and says "It's him."
Yep.
I mean, who
All
are
right.
we? How can we dispute this obvious fact? It is him.